speaking of DC drama, there's going to be a bunch of that today. We talked about the other day about how, first of all, a few weeks ago, we found out that Black Adam for the 73rd time had been delayed and bumped to a new release date. It's now going to be opening in October. So there's that. And then the other day we heard that, there could be other reasons why it was delayed and all this kind of stuff. And the fact that they're just going in for reshoots now, that seems very suspicious considering that this movie was going to come out in December of 2021. And now you're just going in for reshoots now, and that raised a lot of questions. Well, I thought I should follow up on this because I did get contacted. I will not say by who, but I did get contacted after the fact because I was saying this is really suspect to me. Like this something's going on here. But I did get contacted, and I want to read you exactly what it was they sent to me. And I got to say, this makes it all seem like it makes more sense now. So here's the real reason why Black Adam got delayed. And the real reason why they're just starting reshoots now. This is what I got. Black Adam was originally supposed to do its reshoots in February at Trilith Studios in Atlanta, where they did principal photography last year. But almost every soundstage at Trilith will be in use until the end of April for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Other smaller projects have been able to move into Trilith, but Black Adam needs more significant stages than that Guardians of the Galaxy are currently occupying and striking. So, the reshoot timeline is nothing drastic, just a mismatch of schedules between different productions at the time. That's why the movie's release got delayed in March. The reshoots were already planned. Warner Brothers just couldn't find the time or space to do them until May. So, it appears that the thing I was getting a little bit worried about, because it's like, this suggests to me that things are wrong with this movie and blah, 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 blah. Well, what's the name of the rule that says probably the most simple answer?
Occam's razor.
Occam's razor, thank you. The most simple answer was probably the right one, which is this was a matter of logistics. That obviously we all knew that the pandemic threw production schedules off for like years, but now that we're on the other side of it, the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 got in there, all that kind of stuff. It's just a matter that they couldn't get in there to shoot what they needed to shoot. And since that had to get bumped, the release date had to get bumped. I wish they had just come out and said this.
Yeah.
Rather than being kind of nebulous about it and then putting out some kind of thing of a backlog of VFX work. It's like VFX people got to work from home they're like, what are we talking about? This to me actually makes more sense, and I feel better about it now. Because I've been excited about Black Adam. So hearing this to me makes me feel much better about this. It was just an issue of logistics. Rob, you're hearing about this. What do you think? Does this make sense to you, or does this sound like a smokescreen?
No, it makes complete sense to me. And you brought up visual effects. A mutual friend of ours was telling me the other day that certain executives at a major studio were worried that Sonic 2 was not going to make its release date because the VFX pipeline, all of these movies, whether it's Aquaman, whether it's Flash, whether it's Sonic, the VFX pipeline around the world is jammed. There's so many people doing visual effects now. They don't have enough people. They're working 24/7 to get these things done.
That's because visual effects company get driven out of business because they're not getting paid enough. I mean,
yes.
we live in an environment right now where the more work a visual effects company gets, the worse it is for them.
No, it's
crazy.
It is legitimately a big problem because everybody's doing VFX now. So that's why I think a lot of these delays have been occurring, and call it a supply chain issue or whatever. But I absolutely believe, Atlanta is a boom town in terms of production. You've got Tyler Perry Studios there, you've got Pinewood there, you've got everything that Marvel is doing there. It's incredible. They're just doing tons of stuff there, and there's only a finite amount of space and time in any given day or week or month. So this makes perfect sense to me, and I think that's why Warner Brothers didn't just push one movie; they pushed their entire schedule, and they've moved up Shazam, I believe, and that's because Shazam had finished production a long time ago. So I don't think this is nefarious. I think all of these major, whether it's a Star Wars movie, whether it's a Marvel film, whether it's a DC movie, they've now built in reshoots into these schedules, and they have to worry about when they can schedule them because they like to work on the film. You edit the film, you see where you're at before you do your reshoots, so you can come in and fill any holes. So this doesn't seem nefarious to me at all. This is now par for the course, and I think the reason that the studios don't explain it more is because it's become so routine. It's we out there going, oh, they're reshooting that. What's going on? It's terrible. No, that's not the case. These are scheduled reshoots, and they're scheduled as part of the production, the normal production of these films.
Right, which is part of the reason why I was a little bit suspect, because it's like, wait a minute, this movie was going to come out in December, and you didn't do reshoots. And now you're doing reshoots, but now that we get this explanation, kind of makes more sense. Chris, you hear about this. Does this kind of settle the waters for you, or do you think there's still something fishy going on here?
This makes me feel much more comfortable because Rob just did an excellent impression of me yesterday where I was like, what's going on? This is hinky. Because I was really worried that they were maybe pivoting and making their films different because of the success of the Batman and changing it to fit that kind of Matt Reeves vision. And this makes me much, much happier. It's a logistics issue. Just talk about it though, guys. Communication.
Or when they don't, like the Thor Love and Thunder reshoots that have been going on for the last couple weeks. But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
it's the exact same.
Now what they can do is and people talk about how, well, we're this far away. Star Trek the Motion Picture was dropped on Paramount Plus. When it was being
Is
scored,
anybody surprised we're getting a Star Trek comparison here?
Jerry Goldsmith was scoring that movie 10 days before it got released. 10 days. And that was 40 plus years ago. So there is magic that can be done. I mean, these movies are very iterative now. Say they want to get a shot. Wouldn't it be great if we had a shot of Thor and Jane right here? Because they're looking at a cut. Well, they can be like, we can go do that. They can literally shoot something and drop it into the cut that day with the technology now.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, I know for me, who's been really looking forward to this Black Adam movie, and I was getting a little bit worried about after what we heard yesterday. To me, this seems to settle it all down, and I think this makes all perfect sense. Just a matter of logistics. What do you guys think? Do you buy into that, or do you think there still might be something going on? I personally buy it. Whatever you guys think, jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a minute and thank the sponsors of this video, Liquid IV. Now listen, just one stick of Liquid IV added to 16 ounces of water will hydrate you faster and more efficiently than just water alone. It contains 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, B12, and of course vitamin C, with 3 times the electrolytes as traditional sports drinks. And what makes Liquid IV so effective is the science of cellular transport technology, or CTT. You see, it's designed to enhance rapid absorption of water and other key ingredients into your bloodstream faster and more efficiently. You know, Ann and I get up pretty early in the morning to go to the gym because we can't go to the gym at any other time during the day. And for the last couple of weeks, I have been drinking 1 full glass of water with Liquid IV. And all I can tell you is you can feel the difference during the workout. So go and grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code CAMPEA, that's CAMPEA, at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today when you go to liquidiv.com, and remember, use the promo code at checkout, CAMPEA.